Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind, but Vince McMahon is there. He's at SmackDown. Then, now, forever. He threw his mic. He's basically saying he'll be back on parole because he is Vince McMahon. Crowds behind him, obviously. Wow. All right. I had to hurry and get on. I didn't know he was going to be out there that quick. So then I just hurried and got on. I was like, get on. So hopefully everybody is here and enjoying themselves. I got some stuff to still set up, so just bear with me for a few minutes. It is Friday, and that means it's time for SmackDown. Vince McMahon was out there and getting some stuff done. Looking forward to tonight. We got Riddle in there tonight against Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, your tribal chief. Woo! All right, let's see if I can get this going. Hey, Sophie. Dalitha will be here. It's just going to be a minute. Let's see. How do I do this? Trying to get the chat in here. Like I said, I had to hurry and throw this on and then jump. So that might bring the chat in. Let's see. Yes, it did. Okay. So I think I'm good there. And go there. All right, we got Matthew in here, we got Walter in here, and we got Sophie in here. Okay, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. My better half, she is at the store real quick. She'll be back, though. Sorry I had to throw all my stuff together, so I'm all sorts of crazy. Undisputed WWE Championship. All right, so is that starting it out? Riddle's out there right now. Is that how they're going to start this show out? Let's see. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Get up here. Say hi to everybody. Oh, you going to get up there? You can just lay down. All right, I'll stay leaning forward. All right, Matt Riddle's out there. Bruh. Before he kicks Roman Reigns in the head. What are you going to do, Riddle? He's going to take a little stroll down memory lane. So not only are we going to have a recap, we're going to have a recap. He's going to narrate his recap, maybe? No, they're just going straight recap. So are they going to do that match first? That'd just be so strange if they do that match first. Vince McMahon touched me, says Matthew. It's inappropriate, Matthew. Daz Reynolds is in here. Thank you. And Justin Martinez, we appreciate you. Pretty sure you guys are already subscribed, but if you're not, make sure you are subscribing. I don't read the chats a lot, so I'm like, I'm all over the place. Yes, Walter, Mr. McMahon will talk, and he did. This is good shit. A CD, that's what that says, right? It's totally a PR move in light of recent events, right? I did hear that Sasha Banks has been released, it looks like, by multiple sources now. It was just one source, but it does look like it has been confirmed by multiple sources. We still haven't heard it. We haven't seen her do anything about it. We haven't seen WWE talk about it, and that's usually what happens. Now would be a time, if they were going to do it, to let everybody know that it's done, to get a little bit of attention off Vince. It's just kind of funny how there's so much attention on Vince. And it all comes down to, did he spend company money to shush said ladies? Because there's probably more than one. The one that we know of. But they're doing an investigation right now. So did he use his money or company money to shush these women? And then, the defense's argument's going to be that he used his own. And it probably is not going to be that hard to find out. As for like Kevin Dunn selling a bunch of stock before the news broke, that's kind of shady. We'll see what happens there with the insider trading stuff. I don't know how that's going to end up playing out. Not even sure I care, to be honest. I don't know much about Kevin Dunn. To be honest, I don't care. And then you've got Stephanie McMahon being the intern CEO, chairman, while Vince is out. But Vince is still going to be running creative, thank goodness, or we would be in deep trouble. I have no idea who would be running creative if he wasn't there. You'd be getting people like Cedric Alexander being your world champion like next week or something if Vince wasn't there. It'd be kind of a nightmare situation, I think, for a lot of us wrestling fans. But anyways, they are recapping right now SmackDown, the build up to tonight. We've got Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, your head of the table, the big dog, whatever you want to call him, going up against Riddle at some point. Riddle's out there and he is in his wrestling gear. So Remit is in here. It says Sasha Banks never left WWE because she is very loyal from WWE. Paige and Candice LeRae, new signees for AEW. That would be interesting to see. I'm okay with any of that happening. Then Matthew said the fact that most cases like this against billionaires settle out of court due to the time and the court costs. Done selling potential because the market sucks, right? That's what I would say too. I was on my apps today buying and selling stuff, and I thought I jumped in on some stuff yesterday, day before. I bought a whole bunch of stock in like Nike, and I was wondering if it was going to pay off, but I kind of went down again today. So I was like, maybe I should have waited another day. So I don't know exactly when rock bottom's coming, but I'm assuming it's going to go back up. So I'm not too worried about it. Wow. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Oh. But Randy. And Randy could be out for the rest of the year. Possibly. We'll see how it works out. He might have a back surgery. So it does look like he's going to have surgery. So Riddle is saying that he is scheduled for surgery. It's coming. So that means that's going to be a year, not a year, but at least this year. So 2023-ish. So Dee will be here in just a few minutes. She just texted me and said she is on her way. I got to fix these curtains behind me one of these days. The cat keeps opening them up and it looks goofy. There is a window right there, a big one, and the sun sets on that side. That's the west. And so it's very bright over there. What are you doing, Leopold? So Riddle's just telling us about what Randy's done. So Riddle's out there giving us a Randy tribute. Usually when this stuff happens, you get a turn. But if if Orton is going to be hurt and he's going to be out until January, we're not going to see Riddle turn on him until then. And that story just might be mute at that point. I don't know if Riddle's going to stay the RKO guy and use Randy's moves for 6 months or 5 months, whatever's left. However long it takes Randy to get back, because he just said that he's going to have surgery. All the reports that I read said that it's possible. So we could definitely get a Randy Orton surgery, and that's terrifying, especially in your 40s when you're, that tall. Last thing you want is back injuries. Hey, buddy. Oh. What you doing? Yeah. Talking to my cat. Anyways, Riddle's still out there. He's telling us that he's ready to fight Roman Reigns tonight. That's going to happen. Yes, Walter, people voted for that. The gas is going up and the prices of food is going up. Make sure people get out and vote in November. All right, Riddle just started Randy Orton's music. So is Riddle going to be using Randy's theme song? Or is it just to honor him? Well, hopefully he can do pretty good against Roman tonight. I would like to see it on this Friday evening with all this fun circling around the WWE over the last week. Ooh, the culmination. Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin tonight. Culmination. More recaps. Now it's called a match flow, though. Yo, Ravi. It's good to see you in here. Boo, I thought Randy was coming out, right? Right when that music hit, I thought for sure Randy was coming out. I was like, wait, what's going on here? But it does look like it. He was saying that Randy is going to be having surgery now. So it's kind of, like I said, he's a big, tall guy. It can't be good for his back. You know, just being big and tall in the first place, let alone now he has to have surgeries and be a wrestler at the same time. That's going to be tough on Randy moving forward. You know, that torque that he does with his patented power slam that he does, you know, where he grabs him and then flips around. I mean, Dustin Rhodes is still doing it, and he's quite a bit older than Randy. But with a back surgery, is he going to be able to perform that, his iconic power slam? I get that he'll probably be still able to do his RKO and his DDT, but I'm just wondering if that power slam's not going to go out the window. And they're going to change a little bit of how he wrestles. Yes, Robbie, they are wasting 10 to 30 minutes on absolute rubbish. We are in 15 minutes right now. I still don't get the appeal of this guy. I understand that he's big and strong. And they did change a little bit about him since the 2 times he wrestled ago. Last time he wrestled, it was the change. But where he's not wearing the onesie anymore, or the suspenders, that's what it was, suspenders. But, yeah. It's definitely, I just don't see the appeal in the guy. And then all of a sudden the breakup, and now they have a feud, and this feud, the last 2 pay-per-views, has been right before the main events. I just don't understand that. I guess I don't get the appeal unless they were doing that for the bathroom break, you know. But usually what they do is they build the matches up. At least in the 80s they did. I know they built the matches up from like the least important to the most important. But I think Vince has it kind of figured out a little better than that. He'll kind of put some lower level matches in between the good matches, just so people like the beginning of the show also. All right, where are we at here? It says WWE's okay, and then Jungle Boy is hurt in AEW. Cage turned heel. That was bad. Yeah, Walter, absolutely terrible. But we knew it was going to happen, like very predictable on that. Christian Cage has kind of been hinting at that. I thought they would do it a little bit later in the summer, heading into like September, because that's when their next big pay-per-view is. That's not the joint pay-per-view. And by doing that, I figured they could have them wrestle at the pay-per-view. But I don't know if they can keep this feud going on for 2 months. You know, well, it'd be more than that. 2.5 months. I can't believe we're 2.5 months away from September. But I guess you got to have summer eventually, right? And then I can't believe 15 minutes is already up, right? Yeah. And all we had was Vince and then Riddle. But now we got Madcap out there, and then once this commercial's over, then we can get back into the action with Happy Corbin, or Baron Corbin, whatever you want to call. And then Ravi says WWE is no longer the leader in sports entertainment. Ravi, who is the leader in sports entertainment? I want to hear the answer to that. And then Walter says, Madcap for the win. And then Matthew Medit says, Randy is probably going to use stem cells. Yes. You know, when you have the money, I don't understand why people wouldn't. I like the... I've never actually done the stem cell stuff, but I like the plasma, the platelet-rich plasma therapy, where they take your plasma out, and then... they take your plasma, and then they just inject your plasma back into the injury. Makes you feel so good, especially, depending on your injuries. But you will heal a lot quicker that way. Seems like SmackDown is going to be a hard watch tonight. Ravi, this is the one that everybody in the world's probably watching because of this Vince McMahon saga, and then he decided to be on it, which I thought was pretty funny because in reality, he is in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he can go to jail for anything that he's done, but he could, get in a little bit of trouble with the board and, not be the CEO of a company anymore. He'd still get paid. He'd still own it. So it's not going to hurt him too bad. And plus, I think he doesn't have to leave just because of how his contract's written up. He could still, I don't think they can actually really fire him. Although he did say that he would respect whatever judgment is passed down upon him. But anyways, it's been all over CNN. It's been all over ESPN. So people that haven't watched wrestling in a few years are looking at it going, hey, what's going on here? Is this real? And they could be tuning in tonight. So it's definitely... Let us see. Probably going to use stem cell. And then, Money in the Bank's 2 weeks away, Walter. Yes, it is. Looking forward to that. It should be a good night. July 2nd. And then 4 weeks after that is SummerSlam. So a couple good pay-per-views coming up for WWE. And we have Backdoor coming up for AEW on the 26th of this month. So there's still quite a few good wrestling matches. That one's next weekend, so we're, 8 days away from Backdoor, and then 14 days away from the one, and then whatever 28 and 14 is. All right, here comes Happy Corbin. And then where are we at? Probably AEW. People choose them over WWE. They had 700,000 people watch them on Wednesday. It's the lowest ratings they've had in a long time for Dynamite. I don't know if the honeymoon phase has worn out or if CM Punk was taking them from 700 to 900,000. But I really don't think that people are going to be dogging WWE to go watch AEW anytime soon. Now, if Vince gets booted out of creative or something, and they went that route, then really?
That was a no?
Yeah, no means no usually.
Oh, does it? Anyways, Vince gets kicked out of creative.
Yeah. All right, match is starting. Happy Corbin in there with Madcap. Madcap hits him with a big elbow. Corbin picks him up, still can manhandle him. He's a strong man. He was an offensive lineman in the NFL. You have to be a big man to be doing that shit. Corbin, 6'8". Just strong. Gold glove boxer. Maybe he should be fighting Jake Paul if he's a golden glove boxer. Let's see that. I know he wants to wrestle or fight some ex WWE guys. Let's see it. That'd be kind of fun to see. If you guys are into the Jake Paul boxing matches. Oh, Madcap off the second rope. Shoulder block knocks Corbin down. Madcap hits him with a knee. Then a boot. Got him in the corner. Happy Corbin into the other corner. That time it just jacked him. He fell down. holding his back. Randy's feeling you at home, buddy. Picking up Corbin. Corbin punches him right in the throat, maybe? Yeah, and now he's just choking him with that top rope. Just laying on top of his neck across that top rope. Taking his breath away. Ayla's up in here. And Chris is in here. Hey, Travis and Dee. Dee will be here in a minute. She is in the house now. She wasn't a few minutes ago. Vince is getting out of creative might actually increase stock prices, especially with Stephanie and Triple H leaving. I don't know. I just think that wrestling would go downhill quick if Vince wasn't there, especially WWE. Luke, all you missed was Vince come out and he said basically his title line. All he said was, their tag, like, then, now, forever. And then he said together. And basically that's all he said. And then the crowd went nuts. They were all cheering for him. He got out and then he high-fived people when he got down the steps and then he walked down the aisle. And then they went to a commercial. So he didn't say anything about any of the stuff. He just said their catchphrase. Then, now, forever, and then together. Ravi, Vince isn't gone. He is still in charge of creative. And so I don't think we have to worry about him leaving anytime soon unless he decides to go ahead and leave. Because they can't really do anything. He's like the majority shareholder still. And so it's just a weird situation. He did say that he'll respect with whatever decision they come up with. And so if that's a chance, or if that's the case, then that's what's going to happen. But I do have a feeling that WWE would not be very good moving forward if Vince wasn't there. Vince does screw up a lot of things, but he also, he's been doing this for like how many decades? And people are still watching, either complaining about it or loving it. But they're still watching. They're still there. Where a lot of people don't watch Impact, and WWE would be no better than Impact if they brought in a whole bunch of small guys. Because that's what, like if you brought Triple H in, you saw what he did to NXT. He had 3 or 4 or 5 little teeny guys trying to run their whole show. By the way, none of them ever made it up to the main roster, and now they're over in AEW, and the ratings are down in AEW. And it's the same guys. Don't get me wrong, Vince has small guys here and there, Shawn Michaels was a smaller guy. It works. It's just you can't build your whole company around guys that you could beat up if you've seen them in the street. And that's the only problem, is wrestlers should look at least real, right? Like, you wouldn't want to run into Jon Moxley in an alley. Like, that's a real tough guy. He might fight, he might be able to hurt you. So Ravi said, I thought Stephanie was taking over. Stephanie is the interim CEO. So she's going to run the company until Vince is back after the investigation, if all goes well. I don't know if they would keep her on as CEO if Vince ends up leaving the company, or if they would just hire another CEO. And yes, I read that Stephanie was back while it was going on, with this going on. Yes, and that's exactly what is happening for right now. Hello. Did you make it?
No. I'm not really here. I'm just a figment of everybody's imagination.
Hey, where are you at, buddy? So yeah, that's what's happening in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah. How comment did you make last?
All of them but Haiti. Hades.
Oh, you're up with Luke's and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I skipped half of them up or higher, but there's not a lot of people in here, so. I was just reading. When I started reading, I just started reading the bottom.
Hey, everybody.
What you doing, baby?
How's it going? Oh, they're back.
It is back. Big forearms and knees from Baron Corbin. Going right after Madcap Moss. Embarrassed and humiliated. Who's going to win this one? This is the culmination. This is the end of it. This is supposed to be their last match.
I don't know. They seem to not like Corbin anymore, so probably Madcap will probably win because they're assholes.
I feel ya. But I feel like Baron's got a better future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. There's a fly. There's a fly in here.
It's all good.
Go that way, fly.
From Diego to the Bay, if your city is a bomb, if your city make him pay.
No. Good boy. Good boy, Leopold. Good boy. Good boy. Kick out! Anyways, Vindicators in the chat saying hello.
Hey, Vin.
Seems like Miss Delitha had a tough day. It's like 90 degrees here, guys. It went from like being like nice and like 70 to like whatever to 90-something degrees outside. It's disgusting. Anyways, looks like, hi, Delitha, hello. Sophie's like, welcome back, D. Hey, thanks.
Everybody was
like, hey,
watching, just waiting for you to get back.
Were they?
Lurkers.
Lurk. They're like, ew, Travis is
Well, they're
reading.
like, if we have to type, nobody's going to hear
it. How dare you?
What is it? Cactus Pete. Oh, get out. Cactus Pete's probably isn't even around anymore, is it? Remember that? Cactus Pete?
Did they even... I thought they tore it all down. I thought they got rid of everything that was like old school, anything to do with Vegas, because they hate the mob and don't want anybody to have any more fun.
I think Cactus Pete's was just in Jackpot.
Oh, was it?
I thought so.
Oh, I thought there was a big one in Vegas, but...
I don't remember there being one there.
So it was like Money in the Bank's 3 weeks away. Yeah, it's real close, huh?
It is 2 weeks away, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Away. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow, basically, yeah. Yeah, you could go with that.
Whoa! Corbin trying to get back in. He did get back in. Can you imagine they in their trilogy with a count out? Oh, shit, the punchline.
Oh, he gave him a punchline. So he's still going to throw his joke crap out there. You know, if you're going to, redo yourself, then you shouldn't have your finishers be called that stuff anymore.
What would you call it? A spinning neck breaker?
Yeah. They should just call it what it is.
All right, now what's he doing? He hit him with the punchline.
Hey, Alyssa. Hey, I forgot to go back to you, Misty. George said he might be able to get what you asked for, but it's frozen.
1,
if
2,
we
3, and it's
it,
over. Beat him clean. Madcap.
I can get it frozen at the grocery store, too. I was just wondering if you guys had, like, fresh was all. Sophie's like, Steph is CEO and chairwoman, but Vince is still in charge of creative.
As of today, yes.
She's just filling in. She's not really CEO and chairwoman. She's just filling in the seat.
It's just intern. Like, it's just temporary.
Doesn't mean anything. And with the crap that goes with Stephanie, they're not going to make her a permanent person. And if they do, then you can watch WWE go down the drain. More so than it already is. Robbie's like, Corbin will win end of days.
I thought so. He didn't even get a chance to hit it.
Told you they'd fuck him. Told you they'd fuck him over.
Maybe Corbin's leaving for a while.
Over him. Looks like, yes, Sophie, we just went through all of this like 2 minutes ago. Sophie's like, where were all the AEW fans this week? Without rating this week is like a joke. Vindicator's like, but Leopold puts a smile on everyone's face.
Everybody's.
Okay, so I don't know about anybody else, but I am not a fan of when people fake laugh. So much so that it's real fake laughing. We have a fly in here.
Street Profits.
I don't know how a fly got in here. Weird.
It's hard to say.
He's not so happy after all. Maybe he is happy. Looks like, and I love how Sophie was quiet with Deleuze gone, but now we're back to, and Sophie starts back in. Oh.
Tonight.
To leave again?
Ford looks like he is lifting some weights.
Yeah.
Might become a future champion if he gets any bigger.
Do you say rolls or roasts?
Rows.
Rows?
Like a row of seats, maybe.
Oh, that's just weird. Here's like guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged.
Ooh, of lurking on you, Travis.
That's all good.
So it's like, I wasn't in here. I was in another watch along for a while. I don't know what everyone is talking about in the chat. Luna is laughing and looks like Sophie typing. You have to say we already talked about it, I promise. Vindicator's like, kudos to you for being such an amazing detective. Robbie's like, Moss with the win. Yeah, so you get kudos for your detective skills. Good job.
I need a magnifying glass.
Sophie says, I was in here for a while when Dee was gone, but I popped into another watch along. Matthew says, I want Sonia. Sophie's like, how was the shopping, Dee? It went great. I got exactly what I wanted. It's nice and sleek and black.
He wants the whole world to hear what he's about to say. Baron Corbin's going to say something.
What's he going to say? Chief Detective Martha in the chat says, so where is
Pat.
the goth one at? Ah.
You and I. Known each other for a long time.
Goth Leshy is there. I'm here, dead. Detective.
I hear you criticizing me and making jokes.
Joke maker. Bum ass Corbin. Oh no,
yeah,
he coined the phrase when he was down.
Bum ass Corbin.
Coined it.
So does he want a McAfee fight? Is he going to stand up?
He's like, whoa, why are you after me? What did I do?
He's like, wait, well, you don't do this to Michael Cole.
Michael Cole's old.
Do you mind? He's getting up. He's undoing his headphones.
It's like, I'll tell you what.
Punter against offensive lineman. We've seen these fights before.
I wonder who wins. I think it's the offensive lineman.
Bum ass Corbin.
Last flashback. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
They're all going to laugh. They're all going to laugh him out. I think they spelled Minnesota.
Did they?
They're all laughing him out of the building.
It looks like I'm going to start a private investigation business and have Duluth and Trav as my boss. I do good breaking news for them, LOL. So it's like Sonia and Mandy Rose are going to open a donut shop. Are they going to be good donuts or yucky ones?
It's the new day. Yes, it is.
Here, and Neil's like, it'd be fresh if we order it. Vindicator says, and here I thought WWE was already in the drain. Sophie's like, AEW Dynamite got 700,000 and 66 viewers this week. Matthew says, I'll put the holes in the donuts if you know what I mean. Ew, Matthew. Gross. Walter's like, Madcap won. Yes. Robbie's like, Charlotte Flair fake laughs. 90s grunge flutters is like, your cat is be a parrot sometimes.
Yeah, he does. He just gets up on my back and just sits there, huh?
Yeah. Or on the back of the chair. He just sits there. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Matthew says, Street Profits beating the Buso. What brothers would that be? Okay. Indicator says, too many flies. Not enough fly-eating cats in Idaho. So he says, do you see the Usos lose at Money in the Bank?
Possibly. Are they wrestling at Money in the Bank? Is that who they're going up against? The Street Profits?
Kayla's like, hi, Walter. Luke says, Corbin and Pat rivalry. Walter's like, okay, at 9:30 I'm going, but time here and Monday for Raw. Matthew says, Leopold loves wrestling. Walter says, still here enjoying SmackDown. Matthew says, oh, fuck me, McAfee and Corbin, Money in the Bank better not happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Walter's like, Pat McAfee, fight, please. Jones in New York Police Captain Cat says, LAMO, burn bum-ass Corbin. Oh, laughing my ass off. Bum-ass Corbin, how original, Pat, how original. Robbie says, the feud you all been waiting for. Walter's like, New Day rocks. Fly. Matthew says, Corbin is going to beat the fuck out of everyone. Chris says, Pat McAfee random as promo. Matthew says, Jinder, my balls will win. Walter says, the New Day for the win.
Are we going to get any Money in the Bank qualifying matches?
I don't know. How many more matches do we need? 500?
What do you mean?
Like, do they even have, how many matches do they have already for the...
Look, how many people are qualified? 3.
Oh, okay.
Need 7.
Oh. Well, there you go.
So we need 4 more people to qualify, or whatever they're going to do. They basically need 4 more people in the match.
Huh. All right, here's a trivia question real quick. Which legendary WWE tag team defeated The Shield at WrestleMania 30? Which legendary WWE tag team defeated The Shield at WrestleMania 30? Luke says, they're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. LOL. Zachary Wheeler, show us the show. We can't do that just because of, you know,
all we can do is tell you
copyright.
what is happening because copyright stuff.
Copyright violations. We don't want this, so we don't show it. Chris says, a big boy, Shanky coming up. Matthew says, Luke, oh my fucking God, Adam Sandler albums for the shit. Luke's like, LOL, Matt, at least you got it. LOL. I never listened to Adam Sandler's music, so I couldn't help you with that, Luke. Walter's like, they can't copyright. Thank you, Walter. Robbie's like, Pat, Mac, Corbin, what a matchup. Chris says, Shotzi should be in Money in the Bank. P. Cole's in the chat says, hit the like. 30 plus noobs in here tonight. Matthew says, Road Warriors. Robbie's like, DX. Oh, you guys are answering the question. P. Cole's like, hell no. Then he hears like, Leopold moves with such style and grace.
Right? He's very lengthy.
Is he
Especially
like,
after being a little kid.
is he like part of the miscongeniality stuff?
Yes. Miss America.
Miss America. The miscongeniality where he's like, they have such style and grace. And then he goes on to like sing this song and it's like a really weird song. Looks like crap, I had Top Chat on. I didn't see Zachary's comment. It's fine. Robbie's like, it's the age of Outlaws and Kane. Oh yeah? Cool beans. Lots of cool answers happening. DX and that and hell no and all kinds of people. Hello, sir.
Hell no.
Go.
It does make you wonder what Fox and NBC think of this whole thing.
I'm sure they.
But it's all about money, so it
stupid as shit.
It doesn't matter as much, right?
It's all about, you know, headhunting for no fucking apparent reason, just to be petty about shit that happened over 20 years ago. It's so fucking dumb. It's the dumbest crap ever. It's like those people that go back and go, but you said 50 years ago, you said. Yeah, because people never change or anything. Nothing ever changes. Because I'm sure that if that wouldn't have happened, if it did happen, it would have not changed or changed the course of WWE's entire existence.
Yeah, I don't even know what type of employee she was. She was making $100,000. They started sleeping together. She started making $200,000.
Well, you got to pay your hoes. You got to pay your prostitutes.
I feel like that's a lot of money for a prostitute. You know, you don't pay a prostitute for sex. You pay a prostitute to leave.
She's a call girl. It's different. They're there to give you company, too.
Well, I understand that. So he should have just hired a whore and not somebody to work there. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're wealthy, just hire a porn star.
Right? Or I was like, Hulk, is he coming back?
No.
Probably not. Chris Gambale is in the chat. Hey, Chris, says the Shield defeated Kane at WrestleMania 30. It says, let's go, Vince. The answer to that of the which legendary WWE tag team defeated the Shield at WrestleMania 30 was called the New Age Outlaws.
The New Age Outlaws.
So if Kane was in that...
No, he was not.
Then it's
Billy
partially
Gunn.
right. But if not, then that's incorrect. And it's the New Age Outlaws. But good guesses, guys, who were guessing. And if you got it, congratulations. You're amazing with all your answers of love. Ravi says, I hope Ronda gets carded again tonight. Vindicator says, Vince's decision-making on every level has gotten worse since the mid-2000s. Well, Vindicator, when you have cancel culture breathing down your neck on a constant basis, you kind of have to make sure you do stupid shit so that they don't
I think if he
you.
could run it the way he wanted to, it would be badass, but it would be canceled because everybody would get their feelings hurt. And to get your feelings hurt, what that means is something negative.
Guys would cry.
Used to be just you were an adult and your feelings got hurt and you just had to live with it.
You just went on with your fucking lives instead of crying about it all the time. Ugh. Matthew's like, Sandra Bullock uses the foreskin of Filipino boys for facial beautification. That's awesome, Matthew. I really think that I should probably talk to her about that because I really need that. Luke's like, Matthew. And Walter's like, yes, I got it. And Vindicator's like, including having Natalya as a #1 contender.
It's weird. But it is what it is. I think she's had some surgeries lately or something because her face looks funny. Like her nose, like her nostrils are up high.
So she's had way too many injections in her face.
Is that what that is Botox?
So she's had it looks like she's had injections of, not Botox, but like silicone or whatever filler injections in her
Look at her forehead, though. It doesn't move.
So she's had Botox probably. She's had fillers in her lips. She's had fillers in her cheeks. They're so fat. I did not know that was a thing. Oh my God. Having fat cheeks is a thing?
Yeah, it makes you look eviler.
Does it? Like this? Does it make me look evil?
You're always evil.
Evil.
Jinder Mahal.
Evil.
Thank you. Hey, we're going to hear Jinder Mahal's entrance music finally.
Oh, yeah, because we don't have to listen to the dumb shits that are down there jumping around like morons. Looks like none of that. And Walter's like, DX counts. I don't know what DX is. It doesn't sound like the New Age Outlaws, so I don't believe you.
It is. The DX is the New Age Outlaws.
Oh,
it's like, it was that whole group. It was, but the New Age Outlaws is the tag team that was in DX.
Well, it did specify the tag team.
Right.
So.
Well, it's definitely the New Age Outlaw.
I mean, I don't care. Give yourselves a point. I don't care. Matthew's like, I swear that Natty Delight's boobs get bigger by the week. Right, like her lip injections do. Vindicator's like, and Ronda returning to be champion. Ravi's like, is Natty good at promos?
She does okay.
Striker's in the chat. Hey, Striker says,
Striker.
The thumbnail shows Vince walking back. Did he say something in the show already?
He did. Yes. He came out. He started the show. He came out and said, then,
he's a bad man.
Now, forever, together.
And then he left. Because,
so,
that's how he is. That's Vince. It was like, poor Fat Lisa. What happened? What happened to Fat Lisa, Ayla? Matthew's like, Luke, I'm serious. Bullock said so on Ellen. Luke's like, Matthew, I don't believe you. Are you sure? The real JVD is in the chat, though. Hey, JVD says, what's up, everyone? What's up, JVD? How's Chicago? We have your wind. Can you please take it fucking back? Really, seriously. I don't want it anymore. Can you have it? Can you take it back? Can you please take your fucking wind back?
I think if our wind stopped, all the buildings would fall down.
It was like, hey, JVD, and Walter's like, come on, New Day, get the win. All right, here is a trivia question for you.
New Day?
Who was the first WWE superstar to win the King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, and the Royal Rumble? Who was the first WWE superstar to win the King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, and the Royal Rumble? Ayla's like, yes. What about yes? Chris says, shanky time. Ayla's like chipmunk cheeks, right?
Yeah, but they're high cheeks. It's these cheeks, not these cheeks.
It's these cheeks. these right here.
Like your orbital bone.
She's like, I don't have high cheekbones. Now I make it look like I have high cheekbones. Jivy says, it's been a while. What's new? LOL. Oh, we're just been,
Just trying to catch up on the WWE news. There's been a lot of news over the last little while.
Making sure we include furries in our broadcasting. Pickle's like, JVD, don't want to sound weird, but I've been thinking about you, homie. How's that weird? That's not weird. It was like, nothing really. I think we forgot to add you to our woke Brady Bunch family, though. And Pickle's hope you're well and things and stuff. And Matthew's like, maybe Vince will retire.
He could.
I hope he does, and then WWE can go. Rob is like, if Natty had brown hair, she'd definitely look more like Sandra. JVD's like, Pickle, I've been dreaming. I mean, thinking about you. LOL. No, take backs. Aw, you've been dreaming about him? Oh, you guys are so sweet. Pat's fans is in the chat. Brock Lesnar. Walter's like, Bret Hart. Good guesses, guys. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Like, isn't he a Filipino boy? Sandra Bullock got his foreskin. Oh my God, that's right, Ayla. Oh my God, poor Pickle. Pickle has no idea what you're talking about. Oh God, here it comes. Pickle's activity. I've been working with Chad on Digesis Reactions channel. It's pretty fun, but stressful. Rob is like, I thought Dee wanted to feel the wind sweeping through her hair and face. I do not want dirt in my eyes. Thank you very much. David is like, hello, Pickle. I'm okay. I actually was in the hospital for a week. What the fuck, man? What'd you do to yourself? What? Well, I hope you're okay, man. No wonder Pickle was thinking about you.
All right, we got the New Day in there right now with Jinder Mahal.
Like, Misty, IG
Xavier
message has a link to the video. Are you talking about a link to the video of Sandra Bullock talking about Filipino foreskins on her face? Matthew.
All right, Jinder Mahal, look at him flexing the guns. That's what a world champion looks like right there.
Robbie wants to know if Naomi got released too.
I did not hear anything, not even a whisper about Naomi. I would assume that Naomi will probably be on her way back by the end of the year. Yeah. I don't see her going anywhere else.
The answer to that trivia question was Edge, guys. The answer was Edge. Sorry.
Edge.
It was
all right,
Edge.
Xavier Woods takes down Jinder Mahal with a drop kick right there off that second rope.
All him.
Little armbar right here, tagging in Kofi Kingston. Former world champion Kofi Kingston. Got a couple former world champions in the ring right now. Remember that? Remember when Jinder was a world champion?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had Kofi Kingston was a world champion also.
Yeah.
And now we got two former world champions in the ring together, sharing the ring, sharing the glory. Jinder going to tag in Shinky. Now, Shinky is the love-making, butt-shaking, what else is he?
Skyscraping. Takes over Ricochet's girl.
Yeah. He's going to be stealing women here pretty soon.
Vindicator's like, I think the thumbnail's bringing lots of lurkers here, Travis.
Good.
Just kidding.
As they should ask about Vince, because Vince was out there. If I would have gone on time, I would have got a better thumbnail of the picture of him inside the ring.
You didn't get him on time? You didn't get him on time?
They started it early or something. I was sitting here, and all of a sudden it was on, and he was in the ring. I was like, what the? And then they did their entrance after. You know how they do all their...
Yeah.
They did it after he talked.
Oh, that's freaking weird.
So I was like, ah!
JVD's like, what's a woke Brady Bunch? Laughing my ass off. Do you really want to know? Have Ayla tell you all about it.
Yeah, that's a lot of texting.
Ayla's like, Matthew said Sandra Bullock takes the foreskin from Filipinos. I don't know. You'll have to ask Matthew. Boys. Filipino boys.
Most girls don't have those, but in America they probably
message
do.
Retracted. Luke's like, I agree, Ven. And Matthew says, check it out for yourself.
Whoa!
Walter's like, now new people watching 45 now. And JVD says, I had an ulcer flare up. Oh no.
Oh jeez.
I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
Bleeding inside your stomach.
Nicole says, I'll be back. And Ayla says, don't be mad at me. I'm just repeating.
Why do you have ulcers? That's the question that needs to be asked.
Are you stressed?
Do you have a gluten intolerance?
Do you have a very stressful life?
Because gluten can cause ulcers.
Oh my God. So he's dancing because what's-his-face is playing his horrid music over there in the corner.
But it's such a song. Jinder kicked him out. They didn't even tag.
Yeah, he did. He tagged him.
He went over there and tagged him too. And 3 Kofi with Trouble in Paradise.
So Jinder got him when he came dancing closer to him and then tagged himself in. He tagged himself.
What the hell's the name of the trombone? Cassandra or something?
Jessica? Cynthia? I don't know. Looks like the question is not, is there a video of it, Matthew? The question is the video edited? Walter's like, oh, lost. Lavanix123 says, I bet the girl is Trish Stratus.
Stratisfaction.
There's a girl in a Trish Stratus? What?
Maybe that's
they got paid lots of money, huh? Pico's like, oh man, no worries, JVD. You don't have to spill your tea. Just know we are concerned.
That's a good guess. I'm going to go out on a limb and think that it's not a wrestler. It's going to be somebody that's in an office position or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Legal team, something. Somewhere else. Like, I don't think it's a performer. It could be, though. Fuck. It could be performers, too. They are saying that they're investigating all of it, not just that incident. So there could be other payouts. You know, they what do they call those when you pay somebody not to non-disclosure, a non-disclosure.
Bribe.
Non-disclosure. That's an agreement.
Oh, a non-disclosure.
And so they're checking all those because there's more than one. Meaning.
Oh.
And so there could be other things. And anyways, they hired a firm, an outside firm, to investigate. The board did.
I bet they did. Spending money they shouldn't. Matthew's like, not all Luke. And Luke's like, how do you know, Matthew? And Vindicator's like, Trish doesn't need the money. Matthew's like, research. The real JVD says, I got about $10,000, says Roman will win. Forson Emmanuel's like, nice. Yeah. And the JVD says, what did Vince say?
Then, now, forever, together.
There you go. That's it.
It's their call sign. It's what starts at their show.
Yeah.
That's why he did it, obviously. And that's why he came on before they did that. Then they showed that, and then the show started.
Levan says, everyone knows Roman's winning. Looks like the guy who loves conspiracy theories is telling me he's sure the video is real, ? Jay Armson is in the chat, says, this is good. And Robbie says, Vince looking hella stressed.
Well,
Kayla's
make sure you're subscribing, people. And give us some thumbs ups, but make sure you're subscribing for sure.
Forson Emmanuel says, Alan Forson, I really enjoyed. Vindicator says, this shanky dancing garbage is so idiotic. Levan says, he basically said, then, now, forever, and then welcome to everyone to SmackDown. Yep, there you go. Well, there's like, yes, New Day won. JVD says, I had ulcers all since I was a kid. Oh, man, that sucks, man. So you've had it for a while. That sucks. Chris says, go Shanky, go Shanky, go Shanky. And Ayla says, I can't, JVD, I can't. Laughing. You'll have to go back and read chat from what day, guys? Monday?
I think it was Monday, but it could have been Wednesday, I guess. But I think it was Monday.
I'm pretty sure it was Monday. We didn't have time on Wednesday to talk about that stuff. It went pretty quick on Wednesday.
Yeah, they had a bunch of wrestling matches.
Walter says, Shanky dancing, that was funny. Matthew says, last week, Sandra Bullock revealed she's a fan of penis facials. That is a beauty treatment that uses stem cells from the foreskins of circumcised children to achieve that Hollywood glow. In an interview with Vogue Australia last year, Kate Blanchett revealed the two got these particular facials. Sandy coined the penis facial. Oh my god, this is great. JVD's like, Ayla, I'm going to do it. I need to laugh, LOL. Just do not split your gut. Ayla's like, it's hilarious. It is actually pretty funny. Robbie's like, Drew Mac looking chop some heads off with his big sword. Walter's like, Drew McIntyre will do a promo. He probably will.
Oh, absolutely. Going to cut a promo.
Theory of God is in the chat, says NDA hush money. Lots of hushes, right? Here's a trivia question, guys. How many World Tag Team Championships did Edge and Christian hold together? How many World Tag Team Championships did Edge and Christian hold together? Vindicator says Mr. Braveheart still loves his long, pointy butter knife, I see. Ugh. It's all good, Matthew. I'm just messing with you. My bad. JVD says Vince is really taking the storyline out of hand, LOL. And Robbie's like, D with the mad expressions in her voice, bringing the chat to life. It was like, it starts after I said something like, we're talking about me, Marsha. JVD says, okay, I'm going to go watch Monday's stream after this one then.
Yeah, you'll have to find it. You'll find it's a half hour. So
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure we talked about it for a half an hour. It was pretty funny though. Rob was like, Matthew, well, you have to go there. Forson says you are so happy. SAA. So happy saw. So happy saw. So happy saw. Well, just like on Monday, they will have Elias concert on Raw.
Elias is going to be on Raw.
So he's going to be Elias on Raw, and then he's going to be Ezekiel not on. How is he going to grow his beard
Ezekiel
back?
is the little brother.
But is he not on Raw or is he on SmackDown?
They're both on Raw.
Oh, okay. Forson's laughing. JVD's like, Ayla laughing. And Vinegar's like, Ayla, if I promise to your donut ingredient secret, will you pay me some NDA hush money? I'd say $50 will do just fine.
Hush money.
Walter's given an answer of an 8 count, and Matthew says they are all conspiracies until years later after people have forgotten how the government bamboozled them into giving up freedoms for security and scaring us into war.
All sorts of stuff.
Why are you being so serious, Matthew? My God, we talk about penis foreskins, and now you're like, and
war!
This is the serious war! Robbie's like, hello, that's a con from then, LOL. Chief Detective says, who said my name? It was Marsha.
Say my name.
You're Martha. It's completely different.
Marsha,
It was
Marsha,
like,
Marsha.
it's not a secret. I can find the link to the YouTube video. I watched it if you want.
You got to cut it out. There's a way you can cut. Actually, it's only a few minutes, though. I don't think you can cut for that long.
What is that?
Cut. It's called cut.
Cut what?
C-U-T.
I know, but what are we cutting?
The video.
Oh, Ayla is talking about donuts.
Oh.
Vindicator asked her about her promise. If I promise to your donut ingredient, to keep your donut ingredient secret, will you pay me some NDA hush money? And she's like, it's not a secret. I can find the link on the YouTube video. Chris says, from my understanding, Vince had a relation with an unnamed person, someone from the office, and they were passed around.
Yeah, he gave her to Laurinaitis afterwards.
Oh,
And it's funny here in the liberal media because they have to twist things. They passed her around like a toy. It's like, oh my God, she's a person. It's not like they said if you didn't do it, you would die. They're making it sound like these guys were just almighty, all-powerful, and the woman had no choice.
I'm sorry, but you know what? Bitches know how to say no.
She had a choice because she took $3 million instead.
Rosella Zelinsky in the chat saying hi. Hi, Rosella. Matthew says, rough bitches. It was like, no, I want $900 and I'll shut up for at least 3 streams.
Right.
JVD's like, I
Hush
still go
money.
back and watch Dalitha laughing at this Sami Wayne Mania match. Makes my day every time. What was it?
Sami Zayn versus John Knoxville.
Oh my God, I did laugh pretty hard. I'm glad that I can keep a giggle with you. Robbie's like, then you better pay up, LOL. Chris says, now I'm thinking some of the girls might be passed around in the back. Cough, cough. Liv Morgan, cough, LOL. Just kidding.
Not your talent.
Not the talent.
It's not the talent.
It's not going to be the wrestlers, guys. It's going to be the office workers. They're kind of dumb. Like, I don't understand it. I just don't get it. It's like...
Now, back in the day, there was a lady named the Fabulous Moolah, and she would take the young females, move them into her house, take their paychecks, and then pimp them out to the promoters. So there's a good possibility, like Vince Sr., the Vince's dad, probably is pretty bad at that, but all the promoters did it. And
right.
So Vince in the early 80s, maybe also, I don't want to sit here and come out and say that on our show, but there's a good possibility that Fabulous Moolah was pimping everybody out. So as long as they stay into the 2000s, we're good. If they go into the 80s, might be in a little bit of trouble.
Right.
But they didn't have any hush money. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, boys will be boys. Period.
Yeah.
Like, say what you will.
Well, even 20 years ago, it's ridiculous to go back and try to do something about it. It's
right.
ridiculous. Like, I think you should have a time frame like you can on anything. Like, there's a statute of limitations, and it's like, it should be 7 years. Like, if they did it in the last 7 years, then, ooh, no, how bad. But if it's over 7 years ago, like, fuck
right.
off.
I don't think he's in trouble legally.
I meant statute of limitations for them to do their shit that they're doing. It's bullshit. They're just doing
the left
a headhunt.
will do it.
They're headhunting.
If a 4-year-old said something wrong when he's 80, they're going to say something about it.
Right.
Well, did you see what he wore when he was 6? Right. He had a Confederate flag on. Like, he was 6.
Right. No.
Well, he should have chose better.
It's just silly. Anyways, we do have Sheamus and Drew in the ring talking with Adam Pearce.
They should just put both of them in the fucking match and move forward.
They hate each other. The answer to that trivia question, by the way, guys, was 7. If you guessed 7, there you go.
So Seth is in. He's the only male in. Both of these guys were trying to get in last week. They got a draw, and therefore we only have Seth in. I guess if you get a draw, it's you both lose. You don't both win.
Right. Oh, no. And then they were so mad at each other.
And then they just fought on down the way, going down the alley.
Matthew said the chimney sweepers. Yep. And JVD says Martha. Ayla said Marsha. Chief Detective Martha says, never mind. The Brady Bunch reference, of course. Should have figured that one. Robbie's like, Matthew, what's with this? The 1940s? Chris says, how do we know the same could be said for other girls like Bliss? Vindicator says, Vince and his cronies are still a bunch of bums for having the desire to take advantage of people, no morals. That's pretty funny, Vindicator, because people are taken advantage of on a daily basis, and you guys are still oblivious and blindfolded to it. Matthew says, some talentless whores think they can sleep around and get a job, and it's true. Blow jobs, hand jobs, rim jobs. In order to go up the corporate ladder, you got to go down. I think our vice president has that problem. Ayla's like, Martha. Feel better? JVD says, I'll take some hush money. LOL. Ayla's like, then pay us. Robbie says, this chat's is Mazda tonight. Matthew says, Ravi, Sheamus, and the other two look like chimney sweepers. Chief Detective Martha says, I'm in my 40s. I know what the Brady Bunch is. Sheamus.
The Brady Bunch.
Now they're just beating each other up because they don't know words. Yep. They're like 3-year-olds out here.
This is what you do. You go right to fisticuffs.
JVD says, I agree with delete them. Yeah, I think the statute of limitations on that kind of crap should be pretty much like...
They're both in.
Forson says, yes is true. Pay us. Walter says, Drew versus Sheamus, please rematch. Oh, lost close. Yeah, Walter.
It is. Close. They're both in.
You did guess 8. Haha, they made it in. Good for them. He gets to beat up Sheamus and get in. It's a win-win.
The Claymore! And a kip up in his jeans.
Robbie says, oh, Matthew, or extras in Mary Poppins. Vindicator says, I'm broke, Ayla. I spent all my savings on paying my housekeeper some hush money. Matthew says, oh, Robbie. 90s Grudge Flutter says, what? In dog years? Ayla's like, what does age got to do with it? What's age but a secondhand emotion? Vindicator's like, maybe I could pay you in TikTok likes instead. Chief Detective says, shut up, cat. Jones the cat says, what? And Walter's like, boo, Sheamus is in the bank match, boo. JVD says, that's why I don't trust any bitch. They will be cool one day, then accuse you the next day of the same bullshit they do to you, but make you the bad guy.
They call it all sorts of things nowadays, like words like gaslighting, and there's a few other ones.
Oh, there's so many things. Like, JVD, that's why you got to get you a girl that's just an asshole.
And just record everything.
Or record everything.
Just record everything.
Chief Detective says, not you, Tom.
I mean everything.
Luke's jotting. He doesn't know what to think. Robbie's like, LOL, you didn't have to whisper that. Walter's like, good. And Drew and Matthew's like, a breath is nothing more than a clock ticking. Ooh. Ayla's like, JVD laughing, not all bitches. Rosella says,
Sami
what
Zayn.
Is this? Ayla's like, it's YouTube. And Luke's like, it's a SmackDown reaction stream. Now it's Sami Zayn talking to Toasty Marshmallow.
Just hang out with us.
What's he going to do?
Introduce yourself.
Is he really going to be part of their group? I think they're mad at him.
They're going to kick his ass, probably. But Raquel Gonzalez coming out after this.
I think they're mad at him.
Well, yeah, he lost last week, which caused this match tonight. He has to go to the bathroom.
Excuse me.
He has to puke.
He's responsible for this, guys. Right? Like, totally responsible. Chief Detective Mark says, I meant Fluttergoth, or I mean a Fluttergrudge over error. Vince McMahon's in the chat saying hello. Hey, man.
Hey.
Chris says, you know, Shotzi has done some things
hey,
you
look,
would
she
think she
pretty.
would have released months ago. LOL, just kidding. I love that green hair.
Raquel's still working on her body.
Boo, Sami Zayn. Matthew's like, Raquel Rodriguez. Ayla's like, gaslighting isn't new. Yeah, gaslighting's been around for a long time. Roll Vlog is in the chat.
I have to Google it every time, and as of this second, I don't know what it is either.
Hello, good morning.
Every time I have to Google it because it's funny to hear people say it.
The gaslighting? Give us the definition of gaslighting. Put it in the chat, guys. Matthew, where's the dictionary definition? Roll says hello and good morning.
Out of the dictionary, not our own.
JVD says, Vince, how you doing, buddy? Luke says, I'm not saying anything. Is Seafer that way for me? Yeah, Luke, stay in your left lane. Ayla's like, that's right, Luke. No, that's left, Luke, Ayla. Teasing. Wink, wink. We love you to death. Walter's like, Raquel for the win. And the Trek reviewers in the chat saying, if Vince ends up having to step down, I think the storylines will get better and last longer.
It'll definitely depend on who's running it. Like, who's going to be in charge? Bruce Pritchett, maybe? Or would it be Paul Heyman? Like, who? Not of the company, of the storyline.
Right, of the storyline, of the creative. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Here's a quick trivia question. Whom did Edge defeat for his final World Championship at WrestleMania 27? Whom did Edge defeat for his final World Championship at WrestleMania 27? 27. JVD says, I'm much more happier single. Robbie's like, Gonzalez reminds me of J-Lo with her promo acting. Matthew says, Robbie, that's racist. It was like, so you're still single, JVD? Didn't find your furry? Chris says, why isn't Raquel wearing her two-piece ring gear and now she's wearing gear like Tamina, LOL?
I don't know. They're probably trying to cover up her midsection a little bit.
Walter's like, hello, Mr. McMahon. I'm a big WWE fan.
She is getting thinner and thinner. She's just not thin yet. All the way.
Robbie says, Matthew,
she was a big lady.
It's not, yeah, she was.
So yes. I love that she loves her back. I love that she's working really hard on her body. She's putting in a lot of work, and that's going to make her a world champion.
Yes.
She is going to be the women's world champion.
At some point, she's got to be.
Unless she gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Robbie's like, Matthew, no, it's not, LOL. Theory of God says Vince stepping down is a used storyline, LOL. It's just a storyline, guys. It's fine.
You remember when he got blown up? He died.
And then he came back to life?
The next week.
Because somebody died.
Yeah, Benoit killed his family.
JVD says, Ayla, no, LOL. Vindicator says, I like Raquel, but I don't like Raquel versus Shayna because Shayna can't wrestle. So I'm taking a 25-minute break. Ugh.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Shayna is really terrible, but
I have to sit through it.
She does okay, and Raquel's awesome.
Robbie's like, Matthew, you seen J-Lo act? Oh my God, I have. It's horrible. Chris says Del Rio for an answer.
I thought J-Lo was fine in that
Marry Me?
Made in Manhattan.
The Made in Manhattan one?
She was fine. Like
I think it was her co-worker. I mean, her co-actor who worked with that she worked with the guy,
right?
Or whoever, because she.
And then she was in another one called like Monster-in-Law or Mother-in-Law or whatever.
Yeah, Monster-in-Law.
And that one was kind of, I was like, eh. And then I was like, oh, so J-Lo's a top actress, right? Because those movies were decent. And then everybody was just bashing on her for all these other movies. And I'm like, how can they be that bad? And then I watched something with her in it and I'm like, that's not the same actress. Like what changed? And then, that last show, she wasn't that good in that one either. The Marry Me one.
She wasn't. It was kind of a weird show.
Owen Wilson was in it. I love Owen Wilson, so I gave it a shot. And I would watch it again because Owen Wilson's in it. But it wasn't an Oscar-winning performance by Jennifer Lopez.
Luke says, gaslit, learn to... Gaslight. Learn to pronounce ever, be, grund, or present participle. Gaslighting manipulates someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. It was like gaslighting, basically making someone feel wrong or feel crazy out the blame of a situation on someone else.
Yeah. That's just called normal, right? Like, isn't that what everybody does?
Gaslighting people?
Yeah.
Gaslighting, manipulating people?
Sounds like my family dynamic in a nutshell.
Yes, and you're part of that.
I don't know.
Gaslighting, manipulation by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. Totally. The answer to that trivia question was Alberto Del Rio. If you guys said Alberto Del Rio, you got it right. It looks like a lot of you did.
Every therapist in the history of mankind's a gaslighter.
They are. Luke says,
every
they
president's
said the
a
dictionary
gaslighter.
Definition, LOL. So I gave them the dictionary version, LOL. JVD says, I do like McFlurries, though. McFlurries. It was like, put example, a partner doing something abusive and then denying it happened. Gaslighters may also convince their victims that they're mentally unfit or too sensitive.
Right. Well, that's way different than what the definition you gave first.
It was like, Luke, I thought you were going to shut up. It's like, okay, fine, I will. What? Ayla's clapping. Ayla! Chris says the eye candy Shayna. And Simon Templar's in the chat.
Templar.
Asuka is hot. You like Asuka? I like Asuka. She's pretty.
The hip
I think
attack.
she's pretty.
Nothing wrong
JVD
with
says,
Asuka.
yep, I've been gaslit plenty of times by the same girl, though. Wouldn't you have learned your fucking lesson? What the hell? You're supposed to learn lessons from that and move on, not stay. You dork. Matthew's like,
Look at
yes,
Raquel just
J-Lo was in
popping her.
South Park. She did awesome.
She was awesome in South Park.
Taco, taco,
When she
burrito,
was the
burrito.
right hand of Fool
Taco
Apartment.
flavored kisses. Sorry. Raquel is wrestling right now. It's everybody's favorite.
Whoa! Raquel is manhandling Shayna. Now, just think, not too long ago, Shayna was the most dominant force in NXT history.
Dominant.
Now she's on the main roster, going up against an awesome NXT star, but she wasn't there as long and she didn't dominate as much.
Right.
And Raquel is absolutely dominating Shayna. Now, Shayna is a joint manipulator. You see her stepping on that ankle. Oh, and they kicked her in the hamstring.
Nice.
I don't think this is really a Tamina outfit, but I could see where it looks really close to a Tamina outfit.
It is a little bit. The back is open, but you know.
Right.
She doesn't have long sleeves on. Tamina
Again.
usually wears long sleeves.
Hopefully her hamstrings
Sometimes.
are strong. She does work a lot on her back. I don't know if she's working on those hamstrings, but that's a lot of pressure right there.
Shane
Remember,
McMahon
did you ever
Jr.
play
is in
kickball? Look at Aaliyah and Shotzi in the back.
the-
Ooh. One of those two are going to it.
I don't know, but the way that Aaliyah's holding her mouth, she looks like she has Joker mouth.
the shit
Yes.
grin.
Yeah.
sharp-
Shane McMahon Jr. in the chat saying, Dad, step down. You're too old. Walter's like, it's the mother-in-law. It's monster-in-law. Rosella says, I'm not talking about YouTube. Cool. Chris
Whoa,
says,
big
Travis
boot.
and D, thoughts on Elvis movie, and you guys going to see it?
No. I probably won't watch it. I love Elvis, and I don't want to.
I don't think
I just don't think I'm going to watch it.
JVD says, laughing my ass off at Vince and Shane in the chat. James Vlock and other stuff says, what's up? What's up, James Vlock? How's it going, my
Make sure you're
man?
subscribing if you're not a subscriber already.
Jesus Luna is like, what happened to Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon came out, and he talked to the audience and just said, like the intro says, then, now, forever, together. And the
Yes.
crowd went nuts. Everybody was cheering him. He walked out, high-fived some people along the way, and then they went to a commercial, and that was it. So he didn't really say much.
Their witch hunt might fall back on their faces here. Walter's like, yes, got it. Robbie says, Shayna Baszler, they defo don't need a close-up on her with promos. JVD says, did anyone hear the new Eminem song? Have not.
I didn't
It's
know
like,
there was
no,
one.
it is Travis, April, Grandma, they gaslight, belittle how people feel.
Right.
JVD says, Ayla, can you be my lawyer? Robbie's like,
It's
Shayna.
like a cognitive distortion,
Yes.
minimization and magnification. They magnify how their feelings are and minimize your feelings. So is that gaslighting?
Yes.
Oh,
She did it!
Gonzalez. Oh, sorry, Rodriguez. Sound like a racist over here. Just
Gonzalez
throwing
Rodriguez,
out,
I don't know what your name is!
just throwing out Mexican last names. And
Rodriguez!
the problem with that is that was her name.
Gonzalez Rodriguez! Rodriguez. We just hyphenate.
Raquel!
It's fine. JVD says, I believe the 50th chance is laughing. Well, stop it.
So we have Alexa, Liv, Lacey, and Raquel.
Interesting.
I can't wait to see that one.
Robbie says
Lacey
Shayna
should get in there,
defo not built
and they
for
should
4K
start
HD.
moving forward with that feud right there.
King L. Moxley's in the chat. Hey, King L. Moxley.
L. Moxley.
He says, I am a wee. And then other words. Simon Templar says, wrestling now is boring. The older stuff was better.
Well, of course it is. They got to be politically correct. They can't hurt anybody's feelings.
Ayla says, no, it's not way different. Just different examples, not a definition. George's mom tries to gaslight me all the time, but because I grew up with Graham, I can redirect her. Chris says, there she is. Ayla's like, JVD, I'm not smart enough to be a lawyer. The Trek reviewer says, if it is true that Vince is the one changing the storylines at the last minute, I think they will stay with them longer no matter who is running creative, because they would have to get changes approved with vice does not need.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But who's writing the stories in the first place is going to be the problem. Like, and who's bringing in the talent? I think that's where I would rather, I trust Vince a little bit, but I understand where you're talking about with the stories and making them more exciting. And obviously he can make some last long. I mean, shit, we had Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio go for like 6 months.
True.
I don't know how exciting it was for anybody at home, but
it was so exciting.
But they can do the longer storylines. They're just not as entertaining. I think Vince just likes the promos, the recaps, and then the in-ring work lacks until pay-per-views. And I've noticed that's where it takes off in the pay-per-views, the in-ring work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because we've got 20-minute matches at pay-per-views, and the longest match on a Monday is 12 minutes, maybe.
Right. I mean, that's true. I mean, you'd have to see, right? I mean, I can't say for sure that it would, because I don't really think it will. I think they'll have too many guys pissing to see how much they can do, and I think it'll fall on its face for a while. I mean, it might pick up and not be that way, but
it depends on who's running it.
I think it's going to have a slight implosion a little bit, but that's just my
obviously, you know, I get that there's something weird happening, but there's nobody in this chat that said Vince is going to be here forever.
Right.
And so we knew an end would come.
Yeah.
It could come tomorrow.
True.
Not, you know, obviously now we're seeing it closer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, he could pass away.
Right.
But he could pass away when he's 90 and still be running it. We don't know. It brought the finish line closer to us, and we're like, woo, it's kind of an awakening. Like,
right.
What are we going to do without Vince McMahon? Is wrestling going to even exist anymore? Or will WWE turn into AEW type and they get, you know, 100,000, or not 100,000, 1 million fans?
I mean, it would, if they, I mean, because I'm pretty sure he's fought to keep it unwoke as much as possible. But if they did that to it, I would seriously quit. I wouldn't be able to do this with you anymore, because I couldn't stand it.
It depends on how they went with it, but yes, I could see it changing quite a bit in that direction.
King says Platinum Mike is a beautiful Dutch woman. That's nice.
Yeah.
JVD says I want to see Ronda versus Shayna. Matthew says Shayna needs to stop doing that stomp because it's too devastating to use in every match. Raiders Dodgers in the chat saying AEW. Matthew says that match was too short. Hey, and if you guys are new, just hanging out in the background, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We're here Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for Raw, Smackdown, and then we do AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays. And then we usually do the pay-per-views.
Maximum male models. I just love how close he
Matthew
gets to people.
Matthew was like, that match was too short. JV says, Ayla, my next relationship. Can you be my coach? LOL. Simon Templar says, best actors around now are Viggo Mortensen and Johnny Depp.
He's not going to do it. Maximum male models. He's not going to bring his models out under these conditions.
What the heck? Oh, because of the sexy lighting stuff isn't going to happen.
No. They need to change the lighting immediately. So they're not going to do it tonight either. Their soft faces and their beautiful bodies.
titillate? Oh
You're going to fill the titillate the juices of their guilty pleasures
oh
of
my
these
Lord,
male models.
titillating juices and guilty
What kind
pleasures.
of male models are these guys?
I don't know, but something about tits, and I am not intrigued by that
Titillating.
with men. Luke says it's now being officially confirmed that Sasha is indeed gone. What a weird few days for wrestling. Totally right. King L. Moxley is talking about best band was the Village People. Sweet. Rogers says, can you do shout out to Joe from El Paso, Texas?
Hey.
Hey, Joe from El Paso, Texas. How you doing tonight? You watching some Smackdown? Good deal. Who's your favorite wrestler? Chris
I'm going to go out on a limb and say my new favorite wrestler might be Gunther. So I didn't much watch him in NXT, but
yeah.
I'm coming
Chris
around.
Chris says Vince should have went MJF mode and do a pipe bomb. It's funny when Vince says, I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, damn it. The Truck Reviewer says, I also think if Triple H takes over WWE, Kevin Dunn will be gone. Triple H probably won't ever take over, just saying. He's got so many health issues.
With his
There's
heart.
no way he could do it. He would be dead the next day. It was like, I'd say gaslighting on a level is normal human reaction, but it's when they cross the normal line, basically a narcissist, but not exactly the same.
Right.
His victory was inevitable. That championship belongs in his hands, just so you know.
The Intercontinental title, we're getting a little recap of what it is and what it's about.
Well, I think it's because most people don't realize what it is. Isn't this the relevancy you want?
Yeah, this is what it needs to be.
What's wrong with America?
Lots of flash and little substance.
They're
That's
very
what's
soft
wrong.
and gooey, and nobody likes it.
That's what he's saying. He is saying that is what's wrong with America, is what Ricochet is.
Iron grips. That's very nice of him. He's going to hold it sacred.
I hope he holds the title for like 2 years, or at least moves up. Because this would be a guy I'd be okay with taking a championship also.
Right. Yay! Robbie says, I thought
that
Shayna
is mic work.
Gonna make Raquel feel more pain. Simon Templar's like, Village People were all gay. I don't think they were. I mean, I guess they were happy. They were pretty happy people most of the time. I mean, who wouldn't be?
They like to stay at the
YMCA. Da-na-na-na-na-na. YMCA.
I'm pretty sure we've all danced the YMCA.
JVD says the new Eminem song is called The King, and it's for the new Elvis movie. Cool beans. Robbie says D enjoys wrestling. It looks like JVD, do you want me to be your wingman? I am flattered. Raiders Dodgers says AEW is better than WWE.
Oh, it can be.
Depends.
Some nights I like the wrestling better, the in-ring work better. Absolutely. The rest of the show, not so much. But
yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, it's all good. I like both of them.
Take it for what it is. Take WWE for what they are. Simon Templar says Eminem is a joke. Ayla's like, I like Eminem, just not favorite. Looks like Eminem is a rap goat, not a joke. JVD says, Ayla, yeah, Pickle is benched. You're in. And Ayla's like, Luke, shh. And Luke's like, not all his stuff is good, but he helped change the rap game forever. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Have a fantastic weekend, bud. See ya. Thank you for joining us tonight. Luke says, no. Simon Templar says, Vince still thinks it's 1985, and Vince likes big guys who can't wrestle like Omos. I don't think he really likes big guys quite like Omos. I think he likes bigger guys who can wrestle, like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. All those guys. Jinder Mahal.
Roman Reigns.
Brock
Lesnar.
Reigns. Those are considered big guys, and they can wrestle. Actually, wrestle. Not flippity-flippies and jumpity-jumpies and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know if I really consider that wrestling.
Like Pac.
I mean...
But everybody's got their own opinions with that. It just is like...
I mean, if I'm going to watch
I like watching gymnastics in my wrestling. I don't mind it. It
right.
doesn't throw me off. Ricochet's great.
But I'm saying, like, it's it's not the type of wrestling that started WWE.
Right.
Like, that's not the kind of wrestling that brings people to watch it.
Yeah, you're not going to get a great main event with Ricochet. I mean, you're going to get a good match.
Yes.
But you're not going to get great storylines. He's not the greatest on the microphone. I shouldn't be picking on Ricochet. There's 1,000 of Ricochet. Right?
I mean, you could bring in a lot of them that are like that.
Right.
Actually.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that just forget about mic work.
Yeah.
And I think it becomes from the indie scene. There's a lot of indie wrestlers, and I don't think they have to do a lot of live mic work in front of huge crowds.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of pressure on them once that starts, and when they get on WWE TV, and then there's 30,000, 60,000, 80,000 people in the stands, and they're like, I'd rather not.
Right.
You know, can we just go out and wrestle?
Yeah.
Like, I can do that. And Vince is like, no, you got to go carry the show.
You got to go talk.
And that's
you want to be a champion?
That's where it changes. You know, I bet you even Roman Reigns was struggling with it for 7 years. He does okay now, but Paul Heyman, he's there just in case, right? Like, he's got that. And Paul Heyman don't give a shit. He'll just
say
talk.
whatever, yeah.
Right.
It was like Sweet Fat Lisa likes dumpster fire. Robbie's like, Eminem fell off from 2004. Luke's like, let's keep it civil and decent, guys. King's like, call me Peggy. Why are we calling you Peggy? JVD's like laughing. Ayla's like, Luke, shh. Looks like, Robbie, we already established your taste in music disqualifies you from musical discussions. LOL. Just kidding. Just kidding. It looks like, no, Ayla, I won't be quiet. It looks like, call me Marshall. JVD's like, Ayla, I got a new TikTok account. I followed you. Ayla's like, SOB. Rosella says, no, it's not. King says, right, I am off to skink about. Nice. You go skink some skinks, man. Do the skink skinks, okay? Good job. Fuck. That's fucking funny.
Make sure you
skink about.
record everything, and I don't mean for pleasure. It's just to keep your own back. They have sunglasses now with cameras built in them. I suggest everybody get a pair.
Yes.
And then just live your life, but record it.
Forson says, you guys need water on your side. Water, huh? Chris says, LA nighttime. Forson's like, here's a glass of water. It was like, what's your name on there? Matthew's like, who else is ready for some hard bodies? It was like stiff dead ones? Hard bodies? Things like, I have
Max
one.
Dupree.
That's interesting. JVD says, I was offered a maximum male model contract, but declined them. Oh, man. Simon says, Vince likes male models. It was like, I have 3. And Matthew's like, bread. And Chris says, Walter Baby. And Ayla's like, coffin. JVD says, the real Limjig23. Sweet. I should go follow him too. Let me go get on TikTok real quick.
So, did she get a release and she doesn't have to wait her 90 days?
I don't know. Did she?
I don't know. That's
what's happening with her.
Because it is official.
Oh, yeah. But did she get released? And yeah, it doesn't have to.
And then if she only has to wait no days, things can change quick. I would have still assumed she'd still wait. But that changes things. And then how long before she signs with another company? Or does she just go a different route and not wrestle anymore?
Maybe. I don't know.
She is married. She could pop out a baby. I think she needs to wrestle, though. At least a little bit longer. Wouldn't it be kind of funny if... what you doing? Are you Googling something?
Yeah, I was trying to find a video on TikTok. The Real MJG.
Oh, on the Twitter sphere or something?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
There.
But yeah, I mean, do you want Sasha wrestling next Wednesday on Dynamite? I know some people would say, yes!
I don't.
Right?
I don't ever want to see her in wrestling ever again, personally. I don't. Matthew says nothing is harder than a 3-day-old French banquet. You know what? French banquets, 3 days old, are extremely hard.
I don't even know what it is.
A banquet? Do you know what a banquet is?
Like where you go to a
like you go
party
and have
at
like
work.
this really nice dinner and it's a banquet. And like you sit at a table and they like do drawings and whatever, a banquet.
Right, yeah.
Or it's like for donations or.
That's what I was saying.
Banquet.
They do this at here and they give guns or the raffle guns at schools.
Yes. So
it's like
it's a 3-day-old French banquet. I But banquet's funnier because that's what's spelled
Oh.
out. Simon says, plus Triple H only pushes what he likes and not what the fans like.
Ooh, next week, Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn for Money in the Bank qualifier.
Ayla's like, hey, and Chris says Cody might come back for Gunter. King says, if I could, I would marry the Daily Damn blog. Ayla says, Kay, follow back. JBD's like, thanks, Ayla. Then he cares like Gunter and his mouthpiece being nationalist won't last very long as an interesting gimmick. Another played out decision by McMahon and Pritchard. Ayla's like, no problem. Chris says, well, all he said, I am the IC champion. Pickle's like, King Elvis, who's that? Simon says, anyone seen the new Top Gun movie?
I have not. My daughters went.
I know a couple people that have seen it and said it was really good.
Fantastic. Great movie, I guess. I have not seen it yet.
Shut up. Yay. JVD says, Pickle, you're benched as my wingman. Ayla's in now. Rosella says, it's not WWE. Pickle says, oh, well, not the first time I've been sent to the bench. Minicare says, Travis Roman is losing those belts tonight. Blah, ha, 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 ha. Looks like, okay, I'll head out. My silence is what you want. Aww. Pickle. Aw, that's sad, Luke. I'm glad that your cow had a baby. I hope your cow's okay. Pickle's like, shit happens. I'm just chilling.
Is it a calf? Like, is it a boy cow or like a steer? Or is it or I guess it would be a bull until they cut its balls off. Basically, did it have balls or is it a female?
Did you have a
girl or boy? Or do you not do the gender recognition thing?
Are they no gender? Do they not know their gender? Or they
I don't want to presume gender on a cow.
That your poor cow has... Can it make milk? Or does it screw other cows to make other cows? King's like, I've gave my life up to an amazing... You happied it up? That's amazing, man. It was like, sit down, fat Lisa. I'm going to find the perfect furry for our all-man JVD. Going to be fluffy as fuck. Simon says Bret Hart and Dynamite Kid are two of the best wrestlers in WWE.
The Dynamite Kid, huh?
Silence.
Didn't he go crazy and, like, drink himself to death or something? Is he still alive, the Dynamite Kid? For some reason, I thought he had passed away because of drugs or alcohol or something.
That's crazy.
I liked him. Him and the British Bulldog were two of my favorite.
Rosella has got a tear face. And JVD says this is going to be a good match. Pico's like, go to barbecue and get my pool float on. Yeah, man. That sounds good. You should do it. That sounds fantastic.
The big dog.
Keep getting behind. This is ridiculous.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people in here.
Not really. I was ahead, and then I got behind.
It happens.
Because I let you talk.
Well, you have to. You want me to not talk?
No, I just said because I let you talk.
Well, yeah.
Anthony Manzano's in the chat, says, Gav, this whole situation with Vince, his family, and Nick Khan specifically feels like something you would only see on a soap opera. I feel this looks like something that happens on Game of Thrones. Right,
yeah. To me, it definitely does feel surreal. Anyways, we got Roman Reigns in there with Riddle. This is your main event. Roman Reigns taking it right to Matt Riddle. He's just going to manhandle him the whole time.
Really
I don't see how...
It seems like it's not going to last that long.
Why wouldn't it?
I think it's going to last 20 minutes. JVD says,
like
Ayla laughing my fucking ass off. Matthew's like, that's what's up, Cola. King says, Trump is my blonde hottie. Sweet. Ayla's like, so hot fire. Matthew's like,
whoa. Huge.
And Ayla's like, Luke. Simon's like, Top Gun or Iron Eagle. Which movie did you think was better?
Oh my gosh, I loved both of them, but Top Gun. I like Top Gun better, but Iron Eagle was so good. When I was a kid, I loved those types of movies. We had the, the toy cars.
Yes.
The Hot Wheels. They had planes.
Yes, they did.
And we'd play with the planes forever. Yep.
Pickle's like, nah, not gonna cop cam my nightlife. This ain't no taxi cab confessions.
You're gonna get arrested.
Rosella says nice, and Pickle's like, both movies are garbage. Oh!
What?
Yeah! It's like I hate them all!
No!
Rosella's laughing, and Luke's like, there has been no word about the no compete cause as of yet. JVD says, Pickle laughing my fucking ass off. Facts? Are you facting about the movies being garbage, or that he's not going to cop cam his nightlife? Chris says, I don't think Sasha's style is AEW, plus they already have Jade Cargill. And JVD says, a dog with a hat started following me. That's Naxos.
That's my dog.
That's Naxos.
So what does Jade Cargill have to do with Mercedes? Sasha has not... They're not even... Nothing's the same.
Yeah. Anthony Monzon says, Gab, for me, the whole putting Stephanie has a bigger head CEO right now feels like a PR stunt so they don't get protested by women's rights groups if they keep Vince the head of the company.
Oh, absolutely. It's the way to go. You put a woman in charge with a man behind her, and then they don't have to, nothing has to be done. That way their stock doesn't plummet. By the way, their stocks went up like $7 a share. I've been waiting for it to plummet. I'm like, I got my finger on the trigger.
Right.
Like, this drops below 50, I'm buying it. It hasn't even got close to 50.
The Snot is in the chat. Hey, the Snot says, hey, I have subscribed. Hey, we are so glad you subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Simon says, I don't care about Sasha. She's going on like a spoiled brat. Exactly. JVD says, I'm calling it now. Sasha will debut in AEW at All Out. The Snot says, Sasha Banks was the hottest WWE woman. Matthew says, LOL, I meant banquet. You mean baguette? Sweetheart, do you mean baguette? It was like baguette. Banquets. Those fucking French banquets. Hard, 3 days, a 3-day hard like a banquet. Don't touch him. You don't like it.
Oh. He's like, when he first wakes up, he's still out of it. He's like Naxos. He's just like,
He was awake. He was just stretching funny. Luke's message retracted, and Matthew says, fuck autocorrect. Looks like Sasha was definitely not the hottest, LOL. The Snot. Roman Reigns sucks. What? Baguettes? Matthew's like, baguettes. Chris says, I think Riddle might technically win, but somehow they'll do a screwy finish where Orton shows up and RKO Riddle. Orton probably won't be showing up, guys. We did get some information on Orton. He did... so he's had some back issues, and he's kind of been wrestling through them and kind of, you know, trying his hardest to kind of, like, put it off. So this last time when they said, oh, we'll do this unification thing, and he said, oh, all right. So they...
he was asleep like this.
Yeah. So what happened is they're like, all right, so Randy took some time off, and I guess his back has gotten worse.
Yeah, so, and Riddle tonight, when he came out earlier, I don't know if you were here, he said that Randy is getting surgery. Yeah,
so Randy's getting back surgery, so he's probably not going to be back for over a year, guys. So
I don't know about that.
At least a year. Luke says cow and girl cow are good. Oh, good. So they had a baby calf. Simon says, I don't know about Sasha being hot. I know Asuka is hot. Looks like, seriously, guys? And Pickle's like, I'm just catching up. Why is the head of the table working on Fridays? Because of Sami Zayn.
I know, it's the weekend. He should take it off.
Sami Zayn did it.
Sami Zayn made him work overtime.
Oh, my God. They're so mad about it, too. Luke's like, what? And JVD says, it's not about gender. It's what they identify as. The Snot says, Asuka is not beautiful. It was like, are we supposed to assume gender on a cow? Cancel wrestling cow. The Snot boo, Roman boo.
Well, sometimes I do that. I can't help it.
Chris says next Friday Smackdown will be in Austin, Texas. Ooh.
I did cut my cat's balls off, so...
He now has to identify as a girl cat.
I've
just saying.
I'm there with you guys. Don't cancel it.
JVD says, I mean, it was like, I like Rambo First Blood, but I can't watch it because I historically cry for days. Emotional damage.
What the fuck?
Why do you... What?
I don't mind it, but it's not... I would rather watch part 2.
That's not. Now that WWE got rid of Sasha Banks, I don't care about the women's division. Aww. Chris says, Alexa, play Take My Breath Away song.
Take my breath away.
Our own karaoke Alexa. Right there.
I can't do it.
JVD says, Snot, you need to get your eyes checked. Ayla is beautiful. I was like, thanks.
All right, Roman is just choking him out.
Pickle
but Riddle is getting up on his feet.
I'm owning my snobby movie gimmick. Watch a Hitchcock film or some 84. Watch some Hitchcock.
I haven't seen a Hitchcock movie in years.
Snot says the best movie ever is Halloween. Simon says, I have to go. Good night, all.
The original from like 1978.
Awesome live stream. Thanks, Simon. Hey, have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you again. Have a fantastic weekend.
Whoa,
Take care. Be
there's
safe
a
out
kip
there.
up. Bye, Riddle.
Ooh,
we'll be here on Monday.
Oh, he thought he was going to... Oh, he got a punch in.
Riddle.
Good for him.
Riddle's doing a lot better than people thought.
Good job, Riddle.
Maybe Roman's not as good as people thought.
Maybe he's taken in Orton's essence a little bit more.
Oh.
Oh, he messed up. He thought he was going to get something there. JVD's like, the best movie ever is Titanic. Oh my God. It was like, I think you meant Shashut, though. Chris says because they would probably want to put Sasha in a rivalry with Jade, but also Sasha wouldn't go to AEW because Kira Hogan is in the baddies, and they have the whole argument over their hair. The Snot said, let's go Riddle. Roman sucks. Let's go Riddle.
So, what are you guys saying about Sasha? She's not going to go to AEW because of the baddies?
Okay, so I guess Chris is saying that she probably won't go there because Kira Hogan is a baddie. Right. And I guess they had some argument about their hair. I have no idea.
Okay,
so
I get that, but why would Sasha make life-changing money decisions on Kira Hogan's hair?
I don't know. Why does she make life-changing decisions on the stupidity that is her
2,
walking out in the first place?
Throw! Riddle got that shoulder up. I'm just saying that.
I don't know.
Pretty sure Tony Khan would rather have Sasha Banks than Kira Hogan.
Right? I guess. I have no idea. NRU, Cody Ghostface is in the chat. Hey, Cody says, hey, new here, fellow wrestling fan. Fantastic.
Hey,
you watching?
Thank you for
watching
hanging out
some
with us.
Smackdown?
Make sure you subscribe. Hang out with us. We're here literally every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we have not missed a show in almost 3 years. So
yeah,
we get it done. And when I say we almost, like, in that 3 years, we haven't missed a show. Like, we started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, like, we didn't miss one back then either.
I know. Hey, kitty.
We did get banned once, and so we did miss one show, but whatever. But then we went over to Twitch for 3 months, and then we came back. And now we don't do what they banned us for.
We try not to copyright. We don't want to get in troubles. Pickle's like, what's Matthew talking? Baguettes, we are at now commercial break, guys, and yes. Roman was talking to the camera as they were leaving. The stat says, nice cat. That's Leopold. Ayla's like, or Oskawa. And Ayla's like, he's hard like an old baguette or something. Matthew's like, oh, it was in reference to the male models. I had a series of typos.
They canceled, they cut the male models again. By the way, that's what they did.
Yeah.
They cut them again. So that's 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully this takes off.
The Snot says, okay, I am going to go now. See y'all. Okay, bye, Snot. Thanks for hanging out with us, though. Appreciate it. Chris says, oh, yeah, I forgot about Orton, but I think Orton versus Cody final 2 in Rumble or Cody versus Orton at Fastlane before Mania. JVD says, does your cat see spirits? I don't know. We don't have any in the house, so I couldn't tell you. Anthony Manzano says,
he doesn't believe in ghosts.
For me, I find it suspicious that the whole Kevin Dunn insider trading thing gets redacted because I feel the SEC probably went to the New York Post and whatever outlets cover wrestling because they're still in the middle of an investigation to that whole situation, in my honest opinion.
Right. I'm just saying their stock hasn't went down.
Right.
So, if anything, if he sold his stock yesterday, it went up today like $7 a share, and he sold 2 million. Like 2.2 million shares or something.
Right.
That's $14 million that he lost.
True. Piccolo wants to know, how's your doggy, JVD? And JVD says, Piccolo's spirit is good. She's by my mom's right now. Aw. Matthew says, this match is all right so far. JVD says, hello. I'm at Oscar laughing my ass off. And Ayla's like, Rambo shatters my heart. He just wanted a sandwich. He was hungry. They drew first blood. Pickle's like, Rambo is a government rallying mule who explodes jungles and waterfalls because America. Hale's like, I know, JVT. Vinegar says, so after this, Roman probably won't wrestle on free TV again until the end of November.
I have no idea what they're going to do. Possibly, right? It's weird. I think they regret putting both titles on him.
Yeah. Pickle's like, but the K-bar is hella cool. Matthew's like, more than likely, Vin. JVD says, what if that cow identifies as a 45-year-old gay black woman? Maybe. I don't know, man. Pickle's like, did someone say steak? Yes. It was like, Luke is a grown man that identifies as a little blonde girl with pigtails. JVD says, how did you get banned? Okay, so we were doing the Halloween October 31st show in Saudi Arabia.
Whew. Yes.
We were dressed up as dinosaurs.
It was we had the blow up dinosaurs. So we were those big dinosaurs.
We were dressed as T-Rexes. And you could hear...
They could hear the music. the ring music, like the wrestlers
The
come
entrance
down.
music
Yeah, the
for the
entrance
wrestlers.
music.
And so they banned us.
And they did. They popped us with a copyright, right? And
we
so
were like, I don't even know if we got to the main show. I think we might have been still in the pre-show of it.
I was so broken. I've still never watched that. So I've never seen the Undertaker Goldberg botch match.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I did, however, finally go sit down and I watched the main event. It came on. And it was the Fiend versus Seth Rollins, and the Fiend won it. I thought the Fiend was going to lose again, and I was just like, this is so dumb. And then they had him win in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, what the? And then Seth's never been the same.
Right?
Oh, damn.
It looks like Ayla, please stop. JVD says Ayla laughing. And we're back from commercial break, guys.
We
Riddle's
are.
getting his ass handed to him a little bit.
Uh-oh. Superman punch here? No, hit him with
Oh.
the knee.
He got him with his face knee.
We got 10 minutes left.
Matthew's like, Rambo, the third one with the 50 cal scene was the best. LOL.
Yeah, I can't
Feels
remember
like
which one I
Part
like. I
Luke.
think it's part 2, though. It's the one where they go to another country and he's, like, killing everybody.
Vindicator's like, Travis never missed a show. Jalitha probably missed 2 or 3. But Travis and Leopold are hardcore wrestling junkies, though, so that's their excuse. Actually, Travis
Right.
has missed a show.
I've missed
he
a
was
show.
sick, and I had to do it by myself.
She did a SmackDown
and
by herself
maybe
because I
you
had
weren't here to help me out.
I had the COVID.
Were you then? JVD says, I really think they don't have anyone for the male models.
They're like still looking.
They're like, who do we even use? I don't know. Oh my God. We can't use him. Chris is like, maybe the male models will interfere in this match. Matthew says, yeah, WWE actually was one of the sticks I messed with that went up.
Stocks, yes.
Stocks, yeah. Robbie says, Defo regret 2 belts on him. Anthony Manzano says, I hope you guys understand the acronym SEC. That's the Security and Exchange Commission. Yeah, the SEC.
Yes.
Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying.
There it
JP's
is.
laughing. It was like they went to Twitch right after they got back on YouTube. I joined chat, so I've been here for a little over 2 years. People's like, would you ever show D old WrestleMania matches?
I would, but I don't know how much she'd watch them.
Okay, so we've talked about us doing reactions to them and just doing like a special, maybe
Superman
like
punch.
once a month or something like that. Just so we do other things.
I'm always down for watching old Starcades or WrestleManias.
God, I probably would.
You would like the wrestling. Like, you would like it better. It was a spectacle back then.
I don't know how much I would. I mean, I'd probably make fun of it a lot. You guys would
there's
get so
parts.
mad at me.
There's parts.
I would be like, oh my God, they really did this shit. You guys remember, I've only been watching this shit for like 3 years, and I'm still like, huh?
Yeah.
And our Cody says, if Randy didn't have back surgery, WWE should let Riddle win and give the Raw title to Randy and have Riddle stay on SmackDown.
Yeah, something, right?
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. It's kind of weird.
Oh! RKO out of nowhere.
Pickle says, like, Undertaker versus HBK at 25 and 26. Oh, my God. I know who HBK is, and I do not want to watch this guy. I can't find my ass straight.
He got hurt in a match. He didn't
I don't
used
care.
to be
He
cross-eyed.
looks like a dork, and I don't want to watch him.
And we might have some
his
cross-eyed
voice is
friends
annoying.
out here.
Chris says, I thought Mace was going to be one of the male models. That could be. Is it going to happen? Is he
I
going to
thought
get
it
the
was
championship?
too.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't get it enough. Chris says, I read that. JVD says the male models is the new retribution. Laughing my fucking ass off. But I was like, T-Rex, maybe you should do old WCW events.
That's what I was thinking. I think she'd have a lot more fun with those. There's a big spear. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Roman Reigns with the dub.
What? Roman Reigns won? That's so weird. How did that happen?
With the big spear.
Ayla's like, I remember that because when I got here, Aaron said his girlfriend was going to have a baby the same day Indigo was due to be born. Liar, I hate him.
That's it, guys.
Was
The Tribal Chiefs. And there
wasn't
is
she,
still...
pregnant for like 3 months?
There's still 6 minutes left. The Usos just showed up.
As Cody says, let's all be real. Roman is going to win this night. And guess what? He fucking did. We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Let's see. Matthew's like, bullshit. And Robbie's like, defo a dork, lol. Luke's like, what was that ending? Matthew's like, nice spear, though. Luke's like, what the fuck?
He just speared him off the ropes.
Wow. Cody says, but there is 8 minutes left. Think anything will happen? And Luke's like, that was a really flat ending.
Yeah.
You know, it's just normal. I just expect this kind of crap from WWE. You know what, guys? I just don't even, it's just like, yeah, whatever. It's what it is.
It happens.
It was like, yes, 3 months, then randomly she was 12 months, then there was no baby or girlfriend, right? There was just Trevor.
Is that the cousin?
His partner and cousin. Ew.
So are they going to literally sit in there and celebrate for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes?
12 minutes.
There's still 5 minutes.
Right? Luke says, I'm not upset, one, but the ending felt odd. Oh, we know you're not upset. I mean, being upset would be weird.
I mean,
in the sense that how it ended is, you're saying it's odd, and I just expect these type of endings from WWE about everything they do.
I mean, to me, it was very predictable because Riddle had him. It was over. He was going to finish him off, and that's what always happens. Then the bad guy hits him with a move and pins him.
What do you expect? WWE just doing things missionary, never changing shit up. So boring. It's like, yes, Roman, no, sold 2 big moves. Woo.
WWE needs to put the finger in the butt.
Ew.
They got to change it up.
Change it up. It was like my partner Trevor, my partner no homo. Video here says, clean win and predictable win for Roman and a clean escape for me without paying Ayla my hush money. Well, all right, guys. You try to stay cool from the heat over the weekend, and see you on Monday. Later, Gators.
Okay, there.
Bye, Vin.
Vince. Why am I saying Vince?
Roman has a mic.
Paul Heyman just handed Roman Reigns the microphone.
He looks all evil about it, too. Like he's very excited for what's going to happen. Cody says, imagine if Bray Wyatt comes out of nowhere.
Something exciting.
He's like, at least no one interfered.
There's no one left.
Somebody could pop up. There's nobody there anymore. People's like, well, AEW want to be all over the place. Right? It was like, hey, JVD, don't forget to watch Monday's match. Matthew's like, Vince putting the finger in the butt cost him $3 million.
He just said, I told him I'm going to wreck everyone, and then I'm leaving.
Now we're leaving.
So is he leaving?
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me. Somebody's got to come out on the ramp.
It was like, night, y'all. JVD's like, take care, everyone. I don't know where you guys are going. We're waiting because something's going to fucking happen. Because Luke's like, oh, shitting. The Beast Incarnate.
Brock.
It's fucking Brock Lesnar.
Fucking
he's back.
Vince McMahon. No, he's like, watch this.
Brock
Lesnar. Vince says, we'll get it done.
Oh, you have no one left? Let's find it.
There's no one left.
It was like bringing Japanese doms and foreigner mail order rice.
And it's the Cowboy
put my
version.
Ashes in the chili so I can tear that ass up one more time. Cody's like, but why? Matthew's like, oh my fucking God. Yes. Yes, it's Brock. Oh, look at him. Look at that Brock. Ayla, it's your favorite guy. He's out there.
And you know Roman's losing the belts this time, right? This is going to be an easy one to predict.
Right.
And it might even be a squash match.
Right.
When he does it.
Pickle's like, haha, Ayla. Matthew's like, now I'm stiff linge a French banquet.
I can't help but smile about this shit.
Typos, Matthew is so funny. Now he's stiff linge a French banquet. Matthew was like cheers and beers and pickles and all kinds of things. It was like, oh my God, I love him. Chief Detective Breathless says, well, I'll be damned. So Brock Lesnar, we all forgot about him. We didn't know where he went.
Did Brock get bigger? Is that what he said?
Did Brock get bigger?
Yes, Brock got bigger.
Cody's like, Brock will win and Seth will win Money in the Bank and cash it in that night. I'm calling it. All right, Cody. Make sure
Either way, he's going to get his ass handed to him and he's going to lose the belt. Roman.
Ayla's like, Matthew laughing, stop. And Luke's like, wait, the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
F5.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He shook his hand.
Oh, no. Oh,
and then
no.
F5.
Oh, no.
Oh, and then he's beating up the Usos. Nobody says fuck you better than Brock Lesnar, right?
Matthew's like, F5. It looks like, yes.
Brock's the one that puts his hand out. F5 with his cowboy hat. He picked him up with his cowboy hat on first, then dropped his hat, then F5'd him.
Luna's like, I knew Lesnar was going to F5 Roman. Matthew's like, best SmackDown ever.
Woo!
Like, he never shakes hands, sucker.
Paul Heyman
bummer
needs to
for
get out of
you.
Minnesota.
Goth Lashley's like, best Friday ever. Cody's like, lumberjack Brock is a vibe. I love this Brock Lesnar.
That is the alpha male of our species.
From Saskatchewan. Goth Lashley by
The
now.
Beast
Looks
wants
like,
his title back. They're literally playing it up already.
Looks like I feel so much better about this flat ending. And Luna's like, I'm gone. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. You guys have a freaking great weekend. Be safe out there.
Wow.
Make good decisions. All right, guys? Make good
Brock
decisions.
Lesnar is back.
Yes.
Money in the Bank's 2 weeks away. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. And then somebody's going to win that damn thing and then cash in also. Yeah.
Right? Matthew's like, boot cut jeans. Detective Martha says, yeah, I'm
Boots
outta
with
here.
the fur.
Looks like, I love how in 1 year I went from hating Brock to loving him, LOL. Matthew's like, thank you, Vince. And he was like, have fun with your banquet-sized banquet.
Holy shit.
All right, you guys. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a good ending. So glad that somebody's back. I mean, he did say he ran through everybody and kind
There's
of ran
nobody
through
left.
Him, but nobody left, and now somebody's back to be somebody that's left.
Woo!
Fantastic.
Woo!
Now
All right,
the question
everybody.
is going to be one title, both titles, or just one title he's going to take?
I feel like it's going to be one for Brock and one for the winner of the Money in the Bank if Roman's leaving. If Roman's staying, he's going to keep a title. It makes no sense for Roman to lose both of them.
True. Right.
But I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, there's got to be some controversial ending. Mm-hmm. Like both guys pin each other or something. Just something weird.
Right.
Or Brock beats him and then gets cashed in on.
Right.
And then they're like, well, we're not going to give both titles. Something to where they can split it. Whether it's build up to the contract signing in 2 weeks or if it's just, they just say, hey, it's only for one title.
Right.
But anyway, there's got to be a way to make it just one title.
True. Matthew says, LOL, but got hush. Ayla's like, night, Matthew. Matthew's like, Brock took a shit on the mountain. Much love, peeps. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching SmackDown with us tonight. We really appreciate it. If you're an AEW fan, of course, AEW is on tonight for their Rampage show. So if you are a fan, go watch that.
Go watch it.
But we are going to sign off. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday for Raw.
Thank you for watching
Bye.
Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.